You gonna shoot or just stand there? That came from behind me, loud enough for everybody to hear. I'm on the line, hands slick, and I'm digging a little backup gun out like it's buried treasure. Not because I'm doing some cool drill, because my main gun isn't there, not on me, not reachable, gone. And the backup, I carried it like an afterthought, pocket lint, sweat, months of I'll shoot it later. I even forgot it in the truck one weekend, heat, dust, bouncing around, then tossed it back on like nothing happened. Real smart. So now I'm standing there, trying to act calm, knowing this little gun lived a stupid life, and I'm about to find out if it forgives me. That's what this list is. Not best, not trendy. Backups that survive neglect and still fire when you don't get a second try. Last year, I bought a Canik TP9 SFX to dump it fast. And before you start, no, it's not a backup gun. It's too damn big. It doesn't stash easy. It's the exact thing that fights the title. That's why it's here. Because I treated it like a throwaway. No careful maintenance, no respect. I grabbed the TP9 SFX on days I didn't feel like thinking. Dirty mags, mixed ammo, dry gun, sweat in the grip. It lived in a bag like a spare part, got ignored for weeks, then showed up cold. And it just kept running. Meanwhile, the proper backups, the smaller ones I bought for the role, started doing that little inconsistent crap. Not dramatic failures, the worst kind. A hiccup that doesn't repeat when you try to prove it. A weird habit that only shows up when you're rushing. Just enough to plant doubt so you stop trusting what's on you. The Canik never gave me an excuse. Same trigger, same control. Same stupid easy shooting every time. Half my backup logic was comfort, not trust. I still don't carry the TP9 SFX as a backup, but I also don't like what it proved. Because now every small gun has to answer to a pistol that doesn't even belong in the category. Late summer. Still hot after dark. I pulled into a half-lit gas station off a 2-lane. One truck sat on the edge of the lot, parked crooked, sitting too long. I went in, grabbed what I needed, came back out, and the place went quiet in that wrong way. No doors, no cars, just the hum from the lights. The Springfield Hellcat Pro sat on me like always. Slim enough I forgot it was there. That's why it counts as a backup. It stays on you when you're lazy. A few steps from my door, a guy peeled off the side of the building. Not random, not passing by, straight line at me, closing fast. He said something, but it wasn't conversation, it was pressure. My hand moved. The Hellcat came up clean. No snag, no fishing, no adjustment. It landed where it needed. His pace broke. Hands halfway up. Backing off mid-sentence, then gone past the pumps. I sat in the truck longer than I meant to because it hit me. That moment didn't give me time to think. And the Hellcat didn't ask me to. Only thing I still hate? If you rush it, it snaps. It reminds you it's small. And what came after that, it demanded more from me than I like admitting. I still don't know if I'll meet it every time. The Sig P365 SAS lived in my pocket like a bad habit. Not because I loved it, because it stayed there without making me fight it. That drawer at home had the graveyard. Little backups I swore were the one. They didn't die on the range. They died on normal days. A grocery run. Bending for a case of water. In and out of the truck. Sitting, standing, reaching. Then the tugging starts. The printing starts. The constant adjust and check crap starts. And once a gun turns carry into work, you start leaving it behind. The SAS didn't do that, snag-free and slick. It rode deep and quiet, no sharp corner grabbing my shirt, no pocket draw catching on some stupid seam. It disappeared through errands, sweat, lint, and the lazy way people actually live. And here's the part that matches the title. It didn't last forever because it was special. It lasted because I actually carried it for years. Then it created a new feeling I didn't expect. One morning I stepped out in shorts, patted my pocket like I always did, and felt nothing. That stomach drop wasn't danger. It was realizing I'd gotten dependent on how easy the SAS made staying armed. People clown it or carry it for years. I ended up in the second group, and that annoyed me. I'll be honest, I never really respected the Ruger LCP Max. Always it felt like a placeholder. Who still carries a .38 in 2026? The gun you carry when you don't feel like carrying anything. Too small to take seriously. Too plain to get attached to. I bought it thinking it filled a gap until I fixed my backup setup. Then I didn't. Because it kept ending up where my real guns didn't. Stuffed in a pocket on a quick run with keys and change grinding against it. Thrown in the truck and left there longer than it deserved. Heat, dust, vibration, life. Weeks went by where I didn't even think about it, which is exactly how small guns get quietly replaced. Then I dragged the LCP Max out cold, like I was daring it to complain. It didn't. No tuning, no attention, no permission. It just ran like nothing happened, like it didn't live a stupid little life in the bottom of my world. And that's when it hit me. Most tiny guns don't fail in some dramatic way. They just start doing enough weird, inconsistent crap that you stop trusting them or you stop carrying them. The LCP Max never handed me that break point. I still don't think it's impressive, but it refuses to disappear. And that bothers me because it means my standard for last forever is getting uglier. And don't skip yet. What came at the end, that is the one that makes people swear off small backups, then crawl right back. Recently, my buddy wouldn't shut up about the Beretta 80X Cheetah. Same line every time. Only small gun I actually enjoy shooting. I kept waving it off because on paper, it sounded like a waste. 380. Not the most modern Beretta. Not what I thought of as a serious backup. Then he quit talking and just set it on the bench. Quiet range. No audience. He slid 2 mags over like, go ahead, prove it's dumb. I picked up the 80X and ran it. First shots weren't fireworks. That's what messed with me. Because I didn't do the usual backup gun nonsense. No grip fixing, no flinchy overcorrection, no fighting the gun every other round. The sights stayed where they landed. The little Cheetah just tracked steady like it had more weight than it did. And that calm made me nervous. Most small backups feel like compromise, so your brain expects the catch, the snap, the weirdness, the moment it reminds you it's tiny. With the 80X, I kept waiting for that bill to come due, and it just didn't. So I shot it again later. Same result. That's how stuff lasts. I handed it back and didn't say anything for a second because now I had a new problem. If a not serious little gun feels this easy to trust, it drags a line through everything I've been calling serious. And I didn't like where that line landed. I carried a Glock 19 long enough that it stopped being a choice. It was just the answer. Big enough to trust, proven. Every time I tried something smaller, I came crawling back. Like I forgot why I even bothered. Then the Glock 43 XMOS showed up, and I didn't take it seriously. Too slim. Too simple. It felt like a compromise. like a gun you carry when you're giving something up and calling it being practical. But I kept running it anyway, not as a range romance, as real life. Short trips first, then full days, then weeks, where the 19 sat there untouched. And somewhere in that stretch, it happened. I stopped reaching for the Glock 19. Not because the 43X MOS was better. I hate that word. It just solved more problems than it created. It stayed on me. It didn't fight my day. It didn't make me plan my clothes like I'm hiding a damn brick. It just rode there, quiet, like it wanted to disappear. That's where it turns into a burden. I still trust the Glock 19 more, in theory. But the 43X MOS is the one that actually stays with me, year after year. And I still don't know if that means I got smarter, or if I got dependent on the one gun I can't talk myself out of carrying. Backup guns don't get treated nice. They get ignored. They get stuffed in pockets, jammed in consoles, carried in the wrong holster, rubbed raw by sweat, and forgotten until the day you need them fast. That's why last forever isn't a brag. It's a filter. If a pistol only runs when you baby it, it isn't a backup. It's dead weight you feel better about. A couple of these still piss me off, not because they fail, because they don't. They keep running after the dumb way I treat them, and that makes me wonder what else I trusted that didn't deserve it. Drop your longest run-in backup and the one that betrayed you. I'm Steve. That little gun you ignore, it keeps receipts. Backup guns don't get treated nice. They get ignored. They get stuffed in pockets, jammed in consoles, carried in the wrong holster, rubbed raw by sweat, and forgotten until the day you need them fast. That's why last forever isn't a brag. It's a filter. If a pistol only runs when you baby it, it isn't a backup. It's dead weight you feel better about. A couple of these still piss me off, not because they fail, because they don't. They keep running after the dumb way I treat them, and that makes me wonder what else I trusted that didn't deserve it. Drop your longest run-in backup and the one that betrayed you. I'm Steve. That little gun you ignore, it keeps receipts.